What is up, everybody? Welcome back to Sons of Ben the Pod. We are live here from a little bit of a rainy day here at Subaru Park. Still gorgeous, though. The sun did poke out a little bit here. We're live on Twitch as well. We got the video up and running this time, so that's fun.
Right.
So hello to everybody out there. Adam, it's been a pretty interesting week. We had a little bit of Cincinnati. We had something happen over in Leeds, but we'll get to that.
Yeah, we got 2 new players.
We got a couple players.
Yeah,
some things to talk about. How are you doing?
I'm good. I'm excited. You know, this was it wasn't necessarily the best stretch of Union soccer last week, but it was. I mean, it's still definitely happy-go-lucky time here at the Sub. So I'm feeling good, and I'm excited to see this podcast and what's next.
Awesome. Well, on that note, let's just shout out real quick. Beer of the Pod. Off the top.
Beer of the Pod.
Yards. Philadelphia Pale Ale. Just a go-to.
Classic.
A go-to beer anytime you're in the Philadelphia area.
Classic. This is a beer.
For this week.
It's a beer I use as an ambassador when I got friends from out of town. I'm like, let me tell you, you want to taste of Philadelphia. It's literally in the goddamn name.
That is it. So we got some Sons of Ben news this week. Nothing new, really. Just updating on some things. We've got a bunch of travel going on.
Housekeeping.
Just housekeeping. Some travel going on.
Yes.
The DC bus trip is filled.
DC chilling.
To the brim.
Yes.
So their bus is filled. So sorry if you didn't get those tickets. If you didn't and you still want to go on a bus trip, we got Red Bull for you.
Yes.
So Saturday, September 3rd, we'll have a bus down to Red Bull as well. So go check that out. Sales will end for that on August 19th.
And try to force these people to get a second bus now. I'm here. It's been a while since we've done a Sons of Ben dual busser. You know, I want multiple buses this time. I think
we can.
Philadelphia needs to show up and show out in New Jersey. Unless you guys just want to take NJ Transit. That's also fine. I'm not even really against that too much.
If you want tickets to those events, check out sonsofben.ticketleap.com. We've got an away supporter section ticket up. We've got Atlanta up on the website right now.
You can see me.
You can go down there with Adam and cheer on the Union with Adam down there at Atlanta. Maybe a little vacation.
It'll be my furthest roadie of all time. So I'm excited. Down back to the dirty.
So it's going to be a fun time down there. And last but not least, we got Philly Sports Trips with the trip on to Charlotte. And if you guys didn't know, Sons of Ben members get $50 off of any of the trips from Philly Sports Trips there. So check that out if that's something that interests you there. Only other news I got, we are still doing the school supply run, as we said the past couple of weeks. Bring out the school supplies out to this tailgate this Saturday. If you want a full list of all the supplies to bring, check out the knack. Crayons, colored pencils, notebooks, backpacks, those kinds of things.
A crown.
So.
A crown? No. Crown.
Crown?
Crown.
Crown?
Crown.
Crayon.
Crown.
Crayon.
Crown.
No,
it's a crown.
I'm not conceding this one.
That's fair. It's a Crayola crown. It's a Crayola crown. I don't know what to tell you. We're from the home of Crayola. I guess I like to say that with a lot of things. The home of Crayola? Yeah, it's Pennsylvania.
Okay. All right. You're
yeah.
Okay.
No, here's the thing. I like to claim Pennsylvania kind of like how people claim like a country. So it's like anything that happens within our borders, I'm like, yeah, that's ours, duh. So it's like it could happen in like Erie, and I'm still like, Pennsylvania, man, what are we doing? Keystone State.
What are your thoughts on Pittsburgh?
I like Pittsburgh.
Okay.
I don't like their sports teams. So like I feel like a lot, like, not to digress, I feel like a lot of sports fans have a weird thing where they end up hating the actual city because they don't like the teams that play there. And I'm like, I love New York, the city. I could take or leave 87% of their sports teams. I got no problems with Gotham FC. Shout out to the year. I got no problems with the Liberty. I don't really care about the Jets too much, and I'm really indifferent to the Knicks. So like New York, otherwise hate all your teams. But like Pittsburgh's on the come up. They got Uber, they got Google out there. Good Italian food. And good German food.
I grew up a Flyers fan, so my Pittsburgh knowledge ends at the Penguins.
No, I like many kids from suburban Philadelphia had a bunch of friends go to the University of Pittsburgh. So I would go out to Pittsburgh decked out in Flyers gear like a loon. Like why? Like as I've gotten older, it's gone from me wearing a full jersey to just like maybe a gentle hat. Just I'm like it's gonna be like an Eagles hat. It's like something I can brag about. It's like okay, cool. I'm not gonna. Flyers are sad right now.
Yeah,
they're a very sad organization.
Not much to celebrate over there.
Let's make people feel better by remembering a good team.
Yes, we have the Philadelphia Union, the best sports team in Philadelphia right now, if I may.
I don't think that's well. I mean, look, the Phillies have been very good recently, but in terms of like actual positioning in the standings, I think it goes without saying. Yeah, we're the best team. And I say we because I still think I get a couple paychecks from these guys. So I can say we, right? If I work for the union, can I say we?
I mean...
Can I say we?
Yeah, sure.
I think I can say we.
Why not?
Yeah. So we are still, we're still in first place. We're still doing good things.
All right. Well, speaking of the Union, we got a new signing this week. We talked last week about the defensive midfielder they signed. We went over that.
Yes.
We got the center back, the 18-year-old center back,
which was
from Ghana.
Africa coming in
for
hot.
The Slovakian club MSK Zelina. We'll go with Zelina.
He's a dual citizen with Slovakia as well.
Yes, he is. This is Abasa Aramea. Armeya?
I'm gonna let you go with that because if I do it and I sound bad, that's a whole nother level.
I'm sure there will be many people calling me out in the Discord once they hear the podcast.
The gringo can definitely make it look bad. I myself, I cannot.
You're not allowed
to. Even though my name is Adam Christopher Booth, I got to pretend for a moment that I can, do all of that.
No, it seems like a fun signing. I mean, obviously 18 years old, so obviously a prospect.
Yes.
One little nugget here. He played in the UEFA Youth League.
Yes.
And in the knockouts, he played against Inter Milan, 90 minutes, won 3-1. Played against RB Salzburg, a team we are familiar with.
A little bit, yeah.
Drew 1-1 and lost in penalty kicks. He played 90 minutes in that one. I mean, seems pretty promising from the time he's got over in Europe there.
Got some run. Look, I think I don't argue with anything Ernst Tanner does anymore. I'm like, if he decided that this person was worthy of our time and energy, then I think he's going to contribute.
Yes,
but
exactly.
like at the same time, I was one of these people who was a little worried about chemistry disruption. Because I'm thinking to myself, the team already kind of felt a little bit of a wave when they lost Sergio. Like, that seemed to not make a lot of people on the team happy.
Yeah, for sure.
Even though it was just like, Ernst was just like, no, I got to make that money, my guy. Like, Ernst is doing his job, but, I think I was going to be like, if they're going to bring someone in who's going to, like, truly compete for a starting gig, that might be a little awkward. So I'm kind of happy that these guys are more or less what it seems to be depth signings.
Yeah, I mean, this probably isn't for this year. Well, definitely not for this year. Probably not even for next year.
No.
Maybe by the time he's 20 or so, we see him getting some minutes. But,
Real quick, can I also mention the fact that down at Union 2, Jesus Bruno heard that they signed some people at center defensive mid and then decided to score 2 goals.
Wow.
Because he was like, yeah, okay, no. Yeah. By the way, I'm here still. I like that. That to me might have been the best part about this whole thing, because he was just like, yeah. By the way,
just don't forget.
Don't forget. In case you forgot, I'm available.
Speaking of things we want to forget.
Fair enough.
1-3 in Cincinnati.
Yeah.
Not the best outcome for us, of course.
You're not in frame.
Not the best outcome for us, of course. Maybe it's just a little bit of a trek back down to earth from the highs we were on last week. The podcast last week included a lot of excitement about how good this team was, and then
are we still not good?
We are. Not good? We are still very good, and just as good.
Still a massive club.
This to me seems like the most Union thing that has happened so far. What you're not too happy about that? No,
I'm indifferent.
In the way that Cincinnati didn't win a game since June 24th. They needed a game. They were at home.
It was a perfect storm.
I mean, yeah, it was a very good storm. It was
the perfect storm of Harris is retiring, right? This is his last game, And he played for both squads. The coach is Noonan. Powell's there. Sergio's in warm-ups. All of these things are happening. Cincy needs a win. They always play decently at home. They got a good crowd. Like, the relation we've had, that's not a rivalry, right? Like, I don't really give a crap about Cincinnati in that capacity. They beat us a couple more times. That might be interesting to me. But, like, for the most part, it's just, like, it's a coincidence more than anything.
Yeah.
But, like, it seems that they find it interesting when they play us for obvious reasons. And I'm like, cool.
Yeah,
Yeah.
To be on that end of it, I'm sure they're finding a lot more motivation in ways that the Union aren't, because players that have been, not cast away from the Union organization, but
good players just don't have a place at the moment in a lot of the 18. Like a Powell, Gaddis. Like, Gaddis retired, so I don't really even feel a thing about that. He came back. Like, he said, I'm done, and then decided to come back. So it's not like the Union said bye. The rest of these guys, I'm just like, it is what it is. But, like, look, good for Cincy. I got no qualms truly with FC Cincinnati. That team's their fans told us we're spending a lot of money. We're gonna bring in players, and the players that they spent some money on scored some goals against us. We looked bad. We did not look good. I didn't watch, but I watched the recap because I'm smart now. Every time the Union, I don't watch the game, they don't do well enough. So I'm like, okay, cool. I don't have to have that emotional trauma that the rest of social media does with the games. But
do you think there's any weight to the fact that Pat Noonan probably knew the Union styles and knew how they were going to play? Do you think that matters? Do you think that matters? I don't know.
I think it does.
I could also see that, like, do we still play the same way that we did last year?
Why would you not?
We have different. We have a bit of a different squad than last year. I mean,
how different?
Same core, but
like other than the guys up top, how different is this team
right.
from last year?
So I think that probably had a factor into it as well, and
I don't here. This is something that I find very interesting, and I'm one of these, like, I feel like a boomer when I say this stuff. I'm like, in the era of social media, it changes how we approach this stuff. Like, I really believe that after every loss, we have to make it a problem. Like, there has to be an issue, right? Like, we're always just like, well, someone didn't do a thing. Like, sometimes you just lose.
I'm here for the content.
Right?
The content.
No, but is there a world where you just lose sometimes? Because, like, this is, again, you've lost 3 times, and we're into the, like, second third. We're about to enter the second third of August. And you've lost 3 times in this entire year.
And there wasn't too much. It's not like much happened because of this. It's not like New York City took first place. They also didn't do their job.
Everything worked out except for LAFC getting some more distance on the Shield. That's about it. But if you're like, I'm more concerned about making Champions League than outright winning the Shield. So if we just win the East, I'm good.
Yes.
That's me at this point. Like, I would love to get the Shield back again. Trust me, I want it. I want the Union to fight till the very death to go get it. But my main priority is I want to be back in Champions League. So let's just at least secure the East. And look, shout out to Columbus. Massive win against NYCFC. That helped you out.
Yes.
Shout out to Austin also dropping points, which helped you in the Supporter Shield race. So it's like, most things, like, you lost, you really weren't hurt by it.
All things considered, we're in a good spot.
Like, and you hope it's that casual, all right, wake up.
Yep.
We won 5 in a row now, but, like, it ain't always going to be sweet. We're not going to blow out every single team that we play. Because it's like, look, during the broadcast, they're like, this is the biggest Union deficit of the year, and I'm like, 3-0. The Union have put a 6 and a 7 on teams, and their biggest deficit of the year is 3-0. Like,
3-1, but it's okay.
No, we were down 3-0.
It was the first time any team has been up on us by 3 goals.
By 3-0. Yes. That's what I'm saying. So, like, that was it, and then they were just like, and, like, shout out to that garbage goal pass they got. Like, okay, cool. Little deflections for the kids. I'm here for it.
You love to see it. You love to see it. He gets subbed on 74th minute, scores in the 77th minute.
We're going to sell him for a lot of money. I'm so excited about it. But, like, look, it's really flush the tape, move on, come home. You got a Chicago team coming in.
Yep.
You know,
Who
Casper's feeling himself though, so I don't know.
He's got a little fire in him.
Oh my
I
god,
don't know.
Casper, it feels like a very obvious sentence, and I have a lot of respect for Casper Shabilko. He had a really good run here in Philadelphia. Obviously, we thought that the individuals we were bringing in were a little bit more talented, but the thing about Casper that I always loved is if you ever gave that man space, he's probably going to score because he can just if you give him time to think, he can pick spots out. He's not a very great hurried goal scorer, but if you give him the time to calculate, he'll pick spots. He'll make it beautiful. He'll make it work. Mm-hmm. Problem is, he hasn't really been able to do that a lot in Chicago. He got that opportunity done this time around. Good for him, but go get right back on track. Go to get a couple of points against the team you should, and then
yeah, I mean,
hopefully get some space in between NYCFC and start to breathe. Like a 6-point lead with the Union with this NYCFC team that I don't believe they're gonna I don't believe this Taddy thing is going to equal them falling off a cliff.
I don't think so either.
But I do believe if we can get a little bit of separation, that's going to change the dynamic of how this season, goes down the stretch.
100%. And we could get into that game a little bit as far as Chicago goes. We got the tailgate coming up this Saturday. It's going to be a lot of fun. DJ's back in there. We've got some other things going on. Yes, we very much, if anybody can help out in any way this Saturday, please shoot me an email, devin.garcia@sonsofben.com. We could use the help. There's also links out there on all the Sons of Ben social medias for the volunteer list there. We could always use a hand. It's a fun time, but it definitely takes a good few people to put the thing on, and shout out to everybody who, there's definitely a core group of volunteers that have helped out for every game this year, and it's they're the lifeblood of the tailgates, and without volunteers we can't keep this thing going. So yes, if anybody can volunteer, please let me know, or just sign up, and we'll see you Saturday. That being said, we'll have the DJ back out. We'll have our cheesesteaks from Original Philly. We'll have some Dietz and Watson product out there. We'll have all the beer from all of our sponsors. It's going to be a fun time. It's going to be a pretty cool Saturday. I love these Saturday primetime games. There's not much better than it. Other than I love a Friday night game too. A Friday night game really hits the spot because then you have the whole weekend. Whereas Saturday, I mean, for me and for us in the positions that we're in, it's a larger chunk of our time for a game day. But
see, I'm all about that Saturday 1 p.m.er.
Yeah.
Yes, that glorious brunch game.
Yes, I do love that
That's
one.
a good
I
one.
love walking out of the stadium and it's 5 in the afternoon.
Right? I got dinner plans now. I can meet people at an outdoor pop-up. I got options.
It's going to be a great Saturday out here. It's going to be a fun time. Check out those tailgate tickets there. We're going to start incorporating this new thing over at for anybody who hasn't seen, there's a little table next to the beer trailer. We've been handing out all the Trulies and whatnot. A lot of Trulies, very many Trulies.
Our cup runneth over.
We might get a Truly roulette this weekend. We'll see.
Are they sponsors?
We're working on that. Well, Boston Beer does own Twisted Tea and also Truly. So we're just supporting the sponsors. Really,
one of my friends models for Twisted Tea, which I find fascinating. I saw that they were in a bunch of advertising, because I was just like, all right, cool. Yeah, I think that is the demographic they were looking for Twisted Tea. No, it's great. I'm here for it.
Yeah, no. So shout out to them for sponsoring us. I mean, we can't do it without them. So
sponsors are good. I like sponsors.
Yes. So yeah, get out there. It'll be a fun time. Let's see. We got some news from across the pond as well.
Yes.
And I'm moving this up in the order here.
I saw that. You were good.
Brendan's performance out there for Leeds on first of all, we had the first week of Premier League.
See.
European soccer kicking back up. Always an exciting time.
Are we going? Do you want to talk about the kids first, or do you want to talk about your totem?
Okay. So
yeah,
I wanted to do this.
What did you want to do? I want to do it with
right.
you. I want to let you know that you have you can freestyle.
I would love to
options.
see how much pushback I get for this.
Please. Oh my God.
So over
I'm
the
excited.
past few years, a couple of years, I've been following both Tottenham and Brentford.
Yes.
And for me,
Do the
especially
unthinkable.
over the past year, my scales have been tipping towards Brentford.
Oh, do the unthinkable.
So much so that
Yes.
when Tottenham were playing this Saturday,
Yes.
at the same time that Leeds were playing Wolves,
Yes.
I had to make the decision to watch Leeds, of course.
What'd you do?
So I have decided this season I'm going to follow two teams.
Oh my.
Brentford and Leeds United.
Oh no!
I'm only following Leeds for
What?
Brendan Aronson, of course.
Oh,
I'm not a Leeds fan
Hold
by any
on.
means, but I know this season I'm going to be watching a lot of Leeds soccer because I love seeing Brendan perform in the way he is there.
This is the year they win. You know that, right?
This is
the year Tottenham wins now.
Yeah, this is the
Tottenham
year-
Hotspur
this is the year
obviously
Tottenham
wins.
wins it all.
They get the FA Cup
no,
sure.
No, for sure. I mean, no, I have been watching a lot more of Brentford in the past couple of years
Oh,
than I have
man.
of Tottenham, and you know just the stories behind Brentford and
Yeah.
and you know even during the halftime of the Leeds Wolves game, they were showing this little piece they put together for the first win of the year last year when Brentford beat Arsenal like 3-1.
Yes.
And it was the first game of the year, and it was like just this awesome moment for Brentford as a club and fans, and of course, and yeah. So I don't know. We'll see. We'll see how much pushback I get here, but
I'm here for
I'm
this.
fully backing the Brentford Bees there. So
Here's the thing, and I really want to stress this. Is the inside. I basically just call it the hard knocks, but for soccer. Is that the most important thing that has happened to Premier League soccer in the past 10 years? Because everyone is watching that stuff where it's like, when Brighton Albion Hove came up, they had their own documentary that people watch. The Sunderland documentary happened. Tottenham had a documentary. Arsenal's having one this year. And I'm saying, same thing happened when they did that F1 series on Netflix. I believe Americans get into international sports in waves.
yes,
Right? They need events. They need things that tickle their fancy. Then they kind of, involve themselves after. It's right now, the Chelsea women are going to play in Stamford Bridge for the first time in a really long time, and they're trying to capitalize on the Lionesses winning the Euros. So being this is our peak of probably women's soccer in this country, so let's put this in front of the grand stage and get that done, which I love. I absolutely adore that. I wish America would do that a little bit harder.
you didn't open end of your opening.
No, I didn't. But I have to finish the first one. But I made it so that the advertising is still good. Stop. Look at this. Look at these people interrupting my beautiful soliloquy on women's soccer in the modern era. No.
The sponsors are more important, okay?
Look, I'm the sponsor knows. Look.
Oh man, go ahead. I'm sorry.
Anyway, yeah, no, I'm really excited to. See you now not root for Tottenham in any capacity. That actually kind of tickles me pink. That's really fun, but
So today when I was trying to choose which jersey I want to wear,
yeah.
I was very between this one and my Pulisic Chelsea one.
Oh,
because this is Weston McKennie. This is the Weston McKennie Juventus.
I would have laughed you out of this room.
So I was really gonna put the
When
cherry
did
on
you
the
get
top
that?
there. When he first signed for Chelsea, just I have a McKennie one, I have a Reina,
You're gonna get an
planning on buying
Aronson.
it. Of
Are
course,
you gonna get an Adams
I'm gonna buy
one?
3 Aaronsons.
Are you gonna get an Adams one too?
I might.
You're gonna get a
I
Tyler
don't know.
Adams
I
Leeds.
already have the Leeds Aronson, so
you get the what? You get the secondary.
their secondary was not great.
It's not good.
It's not great.
Who's their sponsor? Is it Adidas? Who does Leeds kits?
I'll fact check
Look
this
that
real
up.
quick.
I know you're not a full-time producer. Now you're a co-host, so you don't actually have to do all of this. But see who's Leeds sponsor, because there's some. I have some mixed reviews on the jerseys
It is
this
Adidas.
year. It is Adidas. Adidas made a good Man United kit this year, but then kind of dropped the ball on the other kits. That Man City kit with the red stripe, I'm so
here's their,
conflicted on it. Yeah, that's not hot. That's not. No, I saw it. That's not really that cool.
It's. I see what they were trying to go for.
No, I
but
totally
I think,
get
I think
it.
they might have missed the mark.
No, they totally did. No, is there a third?
No, it's just this.
Is there a training top?
Yeah, we're all gonna get the Aronson training tops because
No,
of how bad
all
their
right,
jerseys
then
are.
I'd say wait till next season.
No, I'm
and
gonna
go
get
an
the
Adams.
Leeds home for this year. I'm
Yeah.
gonna skip the Leeds away.
This is not a good kit.
Yeah, no.
What's Brentford? Do you like your Brentford kits this year?
I already have a couple of Brentford ones, and also I do wanna say,
Yeah.
for anybody that doesn't know, I want to give myself a little bit of the benefit of the doubt here.
No.
I
Give
have
it to
been
me.
following Brentford for a few years now. When they were in the championship, when they came up from League One into the championship, is when I started following them.
No, I'm sure everyone
so
here.
it's not like I'm just jumping on the Brentford bandwagon or
I'm
anything.
sure.
It's just the past couple of years I've been following Tottenham, and I started
Of
following
course.
Brentford because I wanted a lower league team to follow, and now here are Brentford putting themselves into the Premier League and playing well and staying up. So,
Look, I'm sure that I think everyone's going to respect the fact that you are Americaning the fuck out of the Premier League right now. Like you're just being the most American fan of all time. Where you're just like, you know what? Like I'm going to go by the wind here. I'm going to by my feelings.
I mean, yeah.
Choose new teams as I go.
Okay.
Like, and here's the best
listen,
part
I have
about
the
this.
union
No,
to
no, no,
follow
no.
that hard.
No.
I mean,
no,
I
but
have
that's
that.
no. You know what? Like that's your home club. Obviously, you can't like start following Kansas City on a whim here. Otherwise, like you can't be the head of our tailgates anymore. Like there's levels to that. But that one's not that bad.
This
Okay,
is
so we're talking about
this is the goalkeeper.
Is that the goalie
team.
kit? God bless a league that sells goalie kits. Bless them.
This is the one I was debating on getting.
Umbrios, shout out to you selling goalie kits. Hollywood, what the heck? I love the sponsors.
Pets. Hollywood Pets.
Everyone makes fun of Bimbo and America for the Union. I'm like, we could have some weird ass sponsors if we were like in England, especially if like you're in the second division or something. You can have some really weird sponsors. But anyway, back to the matter at hand. I'm excited for you rooting for a team that's probably getting sent down. That's gonna be really exciting. Like,
whoa, hold on. Hold on.
I said the bees.
That's probably gonna get
Yeah,
sent
the
down.
bees. Yeah.
That is disrespectful.
They're in their second year in the Premier League, right?
I mean, even if they do get sent down, I'm fine with it. Like, I'm still
Yeah.
following them back. I don't mind. But obviously, maybe we'll see what happens.
Look, I'm just saying, it's one of those things where I'm like, if you're gonna do it, do it.
Why not?
I like. Here's the thing. Where's your bar now? Are you going to a Brentford bar?
Brentford do not have
They have a bar.
Philadelphia.
Are you going to
following.
You're going to go to the Leeds bar?
I have never been.
There's a
Nor do
Leeds
I,
bar.
Is
Yes,
there?
there is a Leeds bar. It's actually a pretty famous Leeds bar in
Oh, yeah?
Philadelphia. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. So there's a home for you now. You can't go to Founding Fathers anymore. I'm telling the bouncer.
I can't go.
Yeah.
I can't. I'm just not
No.
allowed. I'm not allowed to watch the Tottenham
a
game.
Chelsea fan, still allowed to go.
Yeah.
You, because I didn't betray the people. They already knew where I stood before I came in.
Oh man.
You were an imposter.
Anyway,
Look
so
at
all
little-
of this to be
Little
said,
Benedict Garcia over here. Look at him go.
all of this to be said, Brendan Aronson played great for Leeds this weekend.
He did. Yes.
And he did it all except for get anything on the stat sheet. He had a hand in their first goal
He
where
did.
he had a takeaway in the box.
He did.
And without that, Rodrigo wouldn't have been able to get the ball and they wouldn't have been able to score.
Yes.
And then also he had the game winner where it was Bamford who passed it into him, and it looked like Aronson had gotten a toe on it, but it did end up going down as an own goal. But he made the run. He was in the right spot. If the defender doesn't touch it, it's a goal. So I mean,
I find that interesting too, because it's like, what's a deflection and what's an own goal? I feel like there's a fine line between
the
those
ball
two
did not
things.
touch Aronson at all. If it would have hit the defender and hit Aronson and go in, obviously it's different. If it would have hit Aronson and hit the defender go in, maybe that's also different.
It's like, I mean, obviously this doesn't apply to this, but I was thinking about that when I saw, like, it's just, there's been a lot of times I've seen, like, I was watching, I'd watched the El Sino game again against Red Bull. And like the second goal was completely off of a dude's foot. And like, if he didn't have it go off that dude's foot, it's not a goal. And I'm like, is that not an own goal? That's a goal that El Sino earned. I got questions. I know deep thoughts about things that really don't matter, but I'm just like, I always think about like the fine lines of athleticism and like what is the rules books. But anyway, continue.
Anyway, no,
I digress.
It was so great seeing him.
Wait, I have to drink this now because people are
come on,
complaining I'm not drinking it. Hold on. Yeah,
Adam needs to drink faster.
Yeah, right.
No, it's great seeing the Leeds fans embrace him a little bit. I mean, obviously, what more could you ask for from a new signing? That the first game he comes in and has a direct impact on the reason of why you won a game.
Yeah,
that's all you could ask for. So
Leeds want to be the team of America, and they could. I mean, like a very specific part of America, but they definitely could.
Yeah. So. That was cool. Some of the other alumni here. Mark McKenzie was on the bench for Genk's first game. Didn't get any time there. Jack DeVries didn't get any time for Valencia. Anthony Fontana did score a game winner in the Italian Cup. Ascoli versus Valencia there.
Can we real quick about Fontana? That is going to go down to me as one of the oddest things in Union history. Is his entire just like career here, because like all he did was score goals. And then, like, I trust in the wisdom of Jim because, like, he hasn't been wrong. The team's been very good without him. But it was just like, there was a stretch of time where they were just not using Anthony Fontana, and I'm like, oh no, if that's like a clubhouse thing, that's gonna really suck because that guy, he has a lot of potential. And look, I'm happy he's in Italy. I think that's a very good place for him, not just because he's an Italian American, but that seems to be his lifestyle.
Yes.
Like that man has a lot of he's got a lot of flair. He's got a lot of suave there. So I think that's a league, that's a country at least that's gonna embrace that for him.
What he can do.
Good for him. Good for him.
Good for Jakob Glesnes as well. Getting a spot into the All-Star game there. We get some representation on our back line.
Is it weird that it's not Elliott?
No. I think Glesnes is more flashy. He's got the flashy goals.
Fair, okay. That's fine.
Maybe
that's fair.
Maybe that
that's
does
fine.
it.
Because like you could have took either, right? Like it's not.
Yeah.
It's not a.
Elliott's a great. Elliott's a great defender, but in the All-Star game, what are you looking for? Glesnes or an Elliott?
Here's the thing. If Glesnes rockets it for 40 yards out against the Liga MX All-Stars, then justified decision. I hope they play 14 seconds. I hope as I've gotten older, outside of like the NBA and MLB All-Star games, all of these things are a farce. So I'm like, please don't. Like, I actually wish the Union would play less All-Star. I don't like when they do those weird friendlies too. Yeah. Like when they're just like, okay, we're gonna play Barcelona this week. Like, no. Why no? We're chasing trophies.
Yeah.
No, but I'm happy for them to be recognized because, look, man, I know the Union aren't the sexiest team, but I do find it interesting that literally every member of the number one team in the Eastern Conference have played defense.
Yeah.
That's like, because like Gazdag's not in the conversation, but it's MLS promoting stars, and the sexy players in MLS all play number 10 anyway, so you can't put Gazdag into that list. Let's just call it what it is. The Union are really good at the not sexy positions. So obviously
the Union are just not good at the not sexy type of soccer.
We're good at all soccer.
Well,
like we're good.
Fair,
we can play sexy soccer. I've seen us play sexy soccer.
In a way that we're not bringing in, big sexy names.
No, and I mean, like, look, shout out to Toronto because that's definitely going to be interesting. Those guys are actually very good at soccer, so I think that's going to be interesting. Shout out to all these clubs that brought in really good talent, and I'm excited for MLS to get better because, like, look, I think this league is now competing with championship level clubs, Serie B level clubs, League 2 level clubs. I think the Union could play with a lot of them, and I think as this goes on, because everyone's like, even my fiance still thinks it's a retirement league, and I'm over here being like, yeah, we did get a Gareth Bale and all those guys coming in. But have you seen like the prospect from Barcelona that just signed with LA Galaxy? Like, have you seen a lot of these young players coming from South America and Europe to try to take their league to the next step? It's very good.
Yeah, so we'll see how that goes. One last thing to cap off the pod here. A little bit of a new segment from me. Speaking of new things, and I'm just
fuck it,
spewing
sure.
out there.
I don't even. Is this in the notes? I can't even tell.
It is in the notes.
Oh, okay. Shows how much I read them.
We already talked about this.
We did.
What's going on
okay.
I want to start a little bit of a leaderboard here for a few different things.
Ooh.
Maybe get some of the Twitch viewers involved there. I want to. Today we're going to start with two very simple ones. I want to come up with some top 5 leaderboards that we document, we keep them as we go throughout the season. We have something to compare things to. So, like for example, I want to come up with a list of the top 5 home games of Union history.
Okay.
So when we go through the season, we could say, is this better than any of these 5 games? And we could actually know if it is actually the best Union home game of the season, because after every Union home game,
Yeah.
most of them always feel like the best Union game ever.
No,
So
I mean-
obviously recency bias is a thing.
No, but you have to say definitively the DC United game was the greatest game in Union history. Like how could you objectively say it
that
wasn't?
is wait,
The DC United 7-0 game. How could you not say that was the greatest home game in team history?
Red Bull playoff?
No, you won 1-0 in the 130th minute. You beat DC. You put a touchdown on DC. Like that wasn't like. Here's the thing. Winning the game super important, but I would put the Nashville game. You wanted penalty kicks. Is that more
Hold on.
dramatic? Like what are we going for?
I think both the Red Bull game and
Yeah.
the Nashville game are
Yeah.
better than the DC game.
Only because of circumstance, not because of the actual game itself.
I
Like-
think both of those games were more exciting as a fan to attend than winning 7-0
The
against a bad
Ilsinho
DC team.
game was more exciting than both of those games.
Yes, I agree with that.
But that's what I'm saying. Like,
Well, no,
I'm saying
whoa, hey,
the
Ilsinho game
the comeback
was-
on Red Bull 3-2. The Ilsinho game. Was
the Ilsinho game was
exciting.
more exciting than coming back 3-2 in the playoffs.
We didn't on who? Who did
Oh
we
wait,
come-
that's what you're talking
That's
about.
what I mean,
We're
that's
talking
what I'm
about the
saying.
same game.
I'm talking
Same
about.
game.
That's what I'm saying. I know, but that wasn't the playoffs. It was a regular season game. The Ilsinho game was a regular season
I'm getting
game.
my games confused.
This is what I'm saying. Like I'm saying right now.
I see. Okay, Ilsinho game up there. Let's get a list going
It's
here.
up there, but that's what I'm saying. The Ilsinho game was more interesting than both of those games. If you want to talk about, because then the biggest game in Union history is the game we won the Shield. If we're going by that barometer, it's the winning the Shield game.
It's what do you consider the best? Is what we're gonna come down to
That's what I'm
semantics
saying,
here.
like, is it the best outcome for Union, or was it the best game for the Union? Because a game for which your team puts a literal touchdown in soccer should be the best game of all time. Where they give up 0 goals and score 7 should be your greatest game of all time.
I don't know. Compare that to anything else, right?
Okay.
Like, is the Eagles blowing out some team 42-7 the best game ever? I don't
Okay,
that's
so here's the thing.
a bad team for
The
that.
Eagles winning that game against the Cowboys, it was like 44-6, is probably better than the Eagles winning the NFC Championship game against the Vikings.
Not as good as Miracle with the
Oh, of course.
That's what I'm saying. Like
course.
that's what I'm saying. Like regular season
But-
games routinely can be better than playoff games. We just elevate playoff games because of the circumstances, which is fine. But then that gives it gives any game that is a playoff game an unfair advantage of being automatically it's automatically giving them like a 30% bonus for just being a playoff game.
All right, so let's say we have a list here. I've got a list of 5 games.
Yes.
I've got the Ilsinho game. I've got
Yes.
the DC 7-0.
Yes.
I've got both the Red Bull and the Nashville playoff games, and then I've got the Supporter Shield winning game.
Okay. Yeah.
That seems like a good list.
That's solid. That's a solid list. And again, I'm not saying that these games are not like that. All those games are in the top 5 in my image. I'm just saying, like, if you're talking about the best game, maybe not the best outcome, but the best game in Union history,
Just
it has
most
to be.
exciting.
Yeah, when we ran out of smoke. Like,
Yeah.
that's got to be the game where, like, you literally just could not stop scoring. Like, I was home. I was in Myrtle Beach with COVID. I slept through the whole first half. They put a 5 spot up, and I'm like, well, they're not going to score more. And then they scored 2 more goals.
All right, we'll give it to you there.
And then you got to put the 6-0 one up there.
Which of those games would you take off of there for the 6-0 game?
I think the 6-0 game is the 6th game.
This is a top 5
No,
leaderboard.
but I'm
sir.
saying it's
there are
not.
rules
But I'm
to this.
saying it's an honorable mention.
All right.
Is what I'm saying.
Well, give it an honorable mention.
I'm saying the 6-0 game also leapfrogs a lot of games that you would think would be ahead of it. You know, I think that deserves.
I'll write it down as an honorable mention.
But it's just like. But here's the thing. It's like I don't like. I don't know how. I have a weird dichotomy with that. You know, it's just like best game versus best outcome. You know, because everyone could point to the best Sixers game ever was the one where they won the championship. Or is it the best game ever when they won game 1 against the Lakers? Like, what is the best game ever?
All right.
You know?
Well, let's get into something that is a little less semantics.
It is literally the definition. That is Webster's definition of semantics.
Top 5 Union jerseys of all time.
Oh, easy.
Okay.
Easy. Okay. All right. I'll do this one. Number 1. I'll go from top to bottom.
Go ahead.
Because everyone knows what number 1 is. The Bethlehem Steel Kit.
Whoa.
Bethlehem Steel Kit's number 1. It's not even. It's like it literally go. Like I don't even know if there was a second thought about that. All right. Bethlehem Steel Kit was number 1. Number 2. I would say.
If you don't say the one I think you're gonna say.
You're gonna hate me for this. Dupe hoops.
Oh, here we
I
go.
loved
no.
the Dupe hoop.
The
kit.
Lightning kit.
No.
Definitely number 2.
The light.
It's definitively number 2.
Okay.
I'll give you number 3.
It was
maybe
going
for
to
that
be number 3. I really like Dupe hoops, but here's the thing. Okay, this is democracy. I don't have to be the arbiter, even though I am the man of Jersey talk for this spot. But that's fine. I'll put the Union. I'll put the Lightning Bolts number 2.
Yeah.
But I'm putting Dupe hoops 3.
Okay.
That was my favorite Union kit, especially when they took the red out and just made it a blue background for the Bimbo logo. I thought that was perfection. I will say the stripe kit of this season is going up my list.
Whoa.
I did not think I liked it that much when I saw it at first, but I'm here for the uniqueness of it. So I might put that on my list. I'm not sure if it's 3, or I'm not sure if it's 4. It might be 5.
So,
but my number 5, you're gonna see out of left field here.
all right, go ahead. I want to hear it.
The first white third kit with the blue sleeves on top, with the blue panels on top of the shoulders. You're gonna Google it. It was the Union's first white kit. It was 2011, I want to say. That's the one. Yep. That was so crisp. The first time I saw that on the field, that was like my second Union jersey purchase. And the honorable mention that's real for me that I'm almost disappointed that I forgot was the original baby blue kit.
Okay.
The 2012 baby blue kit, that thing was also a work of art. That was the first Union jersey I ever bought, though. I bought a long sleeve, authentic baby blue kit. That was, because I loved the fact that it was a complete, it was just the current jersey, but almost like, just like the color scheme, which is completely retrofitted. Because it was just like, the jersey was cut the exact same way as the home kit, but it was just different color scheme. So it was like that one. Damn. Okay,
So-
here's what I'll do.
What about warm-ups and
Here's what I'm about to do. No, that's not fair because the whole league wears half the warm-ups anyway. Here's what I'm about to do. I'm taking off the striped kit
Okay.
and I'm adding the baby blue kit.
All right.
That's what I'm doing.
I can find that acceptable.
I'm taking off the striped kit. I'm adding the baby blue kit. The baby blue kit goes to 5.
All
The
right.
white kit goes to
4.
4. The dupe hoops go to 3. The lightning bolt goes to 2, and number 1 is the Bethlehem Steel Kit.
It's a respectable list. I love it.
Go.
All
There
right.
you go.
We've done it.
Yeah.
We've done it.
we look. And anyone argues with me, you can find me in the parking lot in literally October. That's like the next time you see me in October.
No, we'll probably do a few more of these as things come up throughout the year. It's a fun little exercise for us.
Oh, I'm here for it. By the way, guys, I'm opening my second beer now.
Oh, good thing that the pod is over.
Yes, that's
Great.
obviously when you open your second beer.
All right.
Already?
Well, do you want to promote the Phoenix? I think we already talked
Oh,
about
I
that
got a lot of
bit.
other shit to talk
What
about.
else-
Give me like
what
5
else?
minutes.
Go
Okay.
ahead. What else you
So,
wanna talk about?
first of all,
Open my beer.
Oh, you want another one now too there, Slater? All right, cool. Hold on. Let's, What is... if I opened it earlier, it'll be all fizzed out by now. It would just been flat. Anyway. Shout out to the second best sports team in Philadelphia, your Philadelphia Phoenix. They're going down to D.C. for a playoff game at the same time that the Union are playing. So I'm not expecting any of y'all to pay attention to it. But I will be there in D.C. holding it down, making some noise for the greater city of Philadelphia. And hopefully we can get a victory here and then move on, play New York in the semifinals. And if we win that, go down to the Final Four in Madison, Wisconsin.
Whoa.
Yeah, buddy. Yeah, it's exciting. I'm excited. First playoff game since 2013, so this is really big for us, big for the crew.
Is it just one game done?
One game,
Wow.
one game to rule them all. So we got one shot at it, but we lost to them twice this year, but on really heartbreaking buzzer beaters. So I think this is the third time's the charm.
Awesome.
I think we might come out with the dub here. Second, your Fusion. They'll be back in action this weekend.
Whoa.
Yeah, they will be. I believe they play on Saturday from APEC. It'll be a 3 a.m.er, but they'll do a replay, I believe, midday on YouTube's or Twitch. So if you want to catch up on your favorite Overwatch team, they will also be playing. Furthermore, we have a event with esports coming up with the esports lounge. It's not quite EMLS. We're going to get back to that soon. But if you've been following Surge, our pro, he's been in the gymnasium and he's getting ready for the upcoming season. I'm really excited about that. And a couple of EMLSers have made it to the round of 16 in the global FIFA World Cup. So we're really, as a league, we're very excited for these gentlemen. It's really cool to see Americans kind of make inroads in that. Outside of that, Eagles are doing preseason. That's cool. That's fine.
Yeah, that's cool. I guess.
Yeah, no. I'm going to be gone for 4 games.
Yeah.
So everyone enjoy the soothing sounds of Jared. No, it's going to be fun. I'm heading out for my Capo All-Star break, and the Union decided to plan like 3 games in a week. That was like a really stupid thing to do.
Yes,
so,
the
I'm missing all
Union
of them.
decided to plan things.
They did it
not
just
around
yeah.
Adam's schedule.
But if you're going to DC away, I will be there. So come hang out with me. Come say hi. And if you're coming to Atlanta, I also will be there. Otherwise, October versus Toronto, I'm here for you. Let's go.
Awesome.
That's
All right.
such a weird schedule. Like
So,
we literally
yeah,
don't play again at home after like September. Like
Wow, yeah, we
Third.
have Orlando at home
Yes.
September 10th.
yeah, that's
and then
it.
we're
I
on the
come back
road
that
Atlanta,
day.
Charlotte, and then we come back for the last game of the year against Toronto.
I know. Like I literally come back September 10th.
Wow, the season's winding down.
But 3 losses.
3 losses on the season.
That's what I'm saying. Like
3
everyone's
losses.
panicking. We're in August. 3 losses, man.
10 games left.
This is some New York Yankee shit. Everyone calm the down. Everything's okay right now. We're all right. Breathe. I'm out of things.
All
I'm
right.
out of
On
things.
that note, I think we're gonna wrap it up here. Thank you everybody for listening. Thank you to everybody out at the Twitch for watching along with us. We'll be out here every Tuesday.
Yeah.
Every Tuesday around 7 o'clock or so, we usually get started. So we're gonna have some guests. We're working on it.
Yeah.
And yeah.
He's
Thank
working
you.
on it. I'm
Yeah.
doing literally nothing. As usual. Hurry.
Alrighty. Well, thank you for listening. Have a good weekend. See you guys Saturday.
Wash your hands.